Many people talk about the Sabbath, the day of rest. Some say we must keep it exactly as written in the Old Testament. Others say Jesus changed everything under the New Covenant. And one question keeps coming up again and again. If lighting fire was forbidden, is driving a car on Sabbath a sin because fuel is burning in the engine? Let's talk about it. When God gave Moses the 10 commandments, the fourth one said, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God." Exodus 20 verses 8 to 10. The Israelites were told to rest completely. No work, no travel for business, no cooking, no lighting fire. It was a sacred sign between God and his people, reminding them that God himself rested after creation. In those days, lighting a fire took effort. Gathering wood, striking flint, cooking, and preparing food. So, kindling fire meant doing physical labor, something that distracted them from the holy rest God wanted. Now we live in a different world. We have cars, electricity, stoves, and fuel. And that's where the question begins. If fire was forbidden, does that mean burning fuel in my car engine breaks the Sabbath too? Some believers say yes. They see no difference between kindling fire in ancient times and igniting fuel in an engine today. For them, the Sabbath is about total rest, no driving, no buying, no cooking, complete peace and stillness. But others see it differently. They believe the Sabbath command is about the spirit of rest, not the mechanical details of ancient life. Driving to church, they say, is not a sin. It's a way of worship, a journey to honor God. When Jesus walked the earth, he faced the same kind of debates. The Pharisees watched him closely, accusing him of breaking the Sabbath. He healed the sick, let his disciples pluck grain, and help those in need. But Jesus said, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath." Mark 2 verse 27. And again he said, "It is lawful to do good on the Sabbath." Matthew 12 verse 12. Jesus was showing that the Sabbath is not a trap of rules. It's a gift of rest, mercy, and connection with God. He reminded everyone that doing good, helping, healing, worshiping, never breaks God's law. So what is the true meaning of Sabbath today? It's not about counting minutes or avoiding every small action. It's about resting in God, stepping away from the noise of the world, the pressure of work, and the love of money. If your heart is at peace and your focus is on God, your Sabbath is holy. If you drive your car just to go shopping or earn money, that's not rest. But if you drive to join a fellowship, sing worship songs, and spend time with God, that's not sin, that's devotion. It's not the engine that God looks at. It's the heart behind the wheel. My brothers and sisters, God is not watching to see how many kilometers you travel on Sabbath. He's watching whether you truly rest in Him. The danger is when we turn God's gift into a burden of fear and argument. We can debate forever about fire, fuel, or food. But if we lose the peace of the Sabbath, we lose its blessing. Paul the Apostle said in Romans 14 verse 5, "One person esteems one day above another. Another esteems every day alike. Let each be fully convinced in his own mind." That means we should not condemn each other over how we keep the day, but honor God sincerely from the heart. Remember, the Sabbath is more than one day of the week. It's a picture of eternal rest, the peace that comes from knowing Christ. When Jesus died and rose again, He became our true Sabbath. Through Him, we find spiritual rest every day, not just on Saturday or Sunday. Hebrews 4 verse 9 says, "There remains therefore a rest for the people of God." That rest is in Jesus Christ. So whether you walk or drive, stay home or go to church, keep your heart holy, your mind peaceful, and your spirit focused on God. That is the Sabbath that pleases the Lord. Closing, reflective tone. So, is driving on the Sabbath a sin? The answer depends on your purpose in your heart. If it draws you closer to God, then you honor Him. If it distracts you from His presence, then you've missed the meaning of rest. Let's not argue over the fire in the engine, but over the fire in our hearts. The fire of love, worship, and devotion to our Creator. Let every Sabbath be a reminder to stop, to rest, and to remember that God made us not for work alone, but for fellowship, peace, and worship in His holy presence. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Mark 2, verse 27.